Family, I'm home. Oh, that's right. My children are grown. And my wife's out of town working. So I'm cooking for myself tonight. Want to join me? I'm making pork chops. You know, a lot of times you find yourself home alone. Either you're a complete loser and you can't find anybody to hang around with you, or your kids are growing up and your wife's off working and it's just you and the dog, Element Golden Doodle. And you want to make something. You want to stay at home. You want to be able to watch the Thursday night football game. Pork chops with a red bell pepper, sweet and sour vinaigrette on top of it. Corn on the cob. I'm going to make an apple pear sauce. The whole thing, start to finish, prep to cook to sit to eat. 20 minutes. You can't go wrong. Don't worry about pork. That's so 1950 something. You're going to get trichinosis and die. You can have medium cooked pork. This is a delicious dish. I think you're going to like it. Come on, join me. Okay, let's start with our sweet and sour pepper. You're going to take a red bell pepper. You're going to slice it, take the stem off, slice it like this down. It'll leave you nothing but the stem. And then julienne them. Do it very carefully at first. I'm not a speedster here, but you can see I got one finger in the front, my middle finger, the two in the back. That keeps you from cutting off your fingers. I've got enough problems. I do enough things poorly. I don't need one less finger. You're going to get those all cut up. And you can see I can move a little quicker here, but I'm still not a speed demon. I'm not a professional. That's what it should look like. Now you're going to take a shallot and you're going to cut that. That's going to be for your potatoes. This is just how I do it. I don't know why. Every real cook in the world, or prep cook or sous chef, is going, what the hell is he doing? But that's how I do it. So I dice them up. See that? That's terrible. I should have my finger the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to take a garlic clove and I'm just going to crush it. I'm not going to cut it up. Now my pork chop, bone in, salt and pepper. Season it well. You want it seasoned. Pork chops need a little bit of help. And then I'm going to, all that fat, all that rind on the side, I'm going to season that too, because that is going to give me that flavor. It's going to render off. Get a hot pan, add your olive oil, and then you're going to put your peppers in there. Add a little bit of sugar. Fire! The sugar is going to help break down the peppers, and it's going to caramelize them. It's going to taste so, so good. A little bit of salt I added in there. And I'm going to let those go a little further and a little further. Flippity flop, flippity flop. I'm going to turn them, get them moving. I hate these tongs with the rubber ends. I'm going to add a little bit of red wine vinegar. Fire! Yes. See the splattering there? I get yelled at for grease, getting grease all over the stove, so I put it off to the side a little bit so it wouldn't be as much grease. There's still going to be grease, and it's my job to clean it, but I get yelled at a lot for doing that. Hey, what can I say? Balsamic vinegar went in on the side, and now I have got this caramelized really nicely. Nice color on those. I'm going to add some basil. Turn off my heat. I'm going to leave them for about 30 seconds after I put the basil in. Put those aside, and then I'm going to wash out my pan because I'm going to use it for my pork chop. Before I put my pork chop in, I'm going to cut the rinds like this. You know how pork it buckles up? Bacon does it too. It buckles up. Well, if you do this with a pork chop, a bone-in pork chop especially, it'll help so it doesn't kind of curl up as badly. You should hear a sizzling sound. A couple of knobs of butter. You don't have to, but I cheat once in a while. I do like some butter. Take a whole thing at a time. Put it in. You're going to hear a lot of crackling. Don't worry about it. And then put your garlic, peel and all that's been crushed in there. Take some butter and, yeah, that's better, Dave. Come on. Take your butter and you're going to keep basting this and basting it and basting it. Get some nice color. You see, that's good color, and it did not really buckle up as bad as it usually does if you don't do the rind. And you're going to take your thyme and your garlic. I usually put it on the bottom. I don't know why I did it. And you're going to plate that. Now, I got my corn and I got my potato going. I'm going to take a little bit of pear and apple here that I have sliced and peeled, or cut and peeled. And not much, just a little bit. Remember, it's just me. I'm going to put it into a blender. A little bit of sugar to give it some sweetness.
just a little bit of water. Just a little bit. I put a little more than I think I wanted to, and then just add a little shot of honey. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Behave. Get it? Behave. Never mind. I know it's stupid. All right, I've got my honey in there. That's all it takes. Those three things, and you don't want to blend this so it's baby food. I'm going to push some buttons here, push some more buttons, push the buttons, push the buttons. Am I dumb enough that I cannot operate a blender? And of course, instead of pulsing, I'm going to go a little too far, and I'm going to do it again, a little more than I should. But still, absolutely delicious. It's got that nice appley, that fruity appley taste that goes so well with pork. Corn, Galunka Farm in Hatfield, Massachusetts, the best corn in all the world. Now I've got some potato. I have kind of cooked it just a little bit, just enough where it's not soft, but not hard. Kind of like taking half of Viagra here, right? I'm going to use the pan that I made the pork chop in because it still has all those great flavors. And I'm going to run down to Pittsburgh before I get back. No, I'm just going to throw a little butter in the pan with that. I'm going to add just a couple pieces of potato. I have type 2 diabetes, so I can't overdo it. I'm just going to mix it around. I'm not going to cook this all that long. It's going to get a little brown, and then you know it's ready. I'll put them right there. That's the perfect place. Take those sweet and sour peppers, put it over the top, and I'll tell you what, in 20 minutes, I have just made a meal for myself, and it's really, really good. I hope you enjoy it. If you give it a chance, thanks for joining us. We will see you. Here comes El, the mini golden doodle. Yay! Bye.